Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to do how to play on the Knights of King Frea, upcoming Kickstarter. That it's a card drafting speculation type of game. The backstory is, in the Knights of King Frea, each player will assume the role of knights, competing for royal consideration while managing energy, changing the rules of the game by using spells, completing challenges, and collecting gold and reputation for honor, meaning the prince, princess, for a chance to receive the prince, princess hand. Now, we will be covering the 2 to 4 player setup and then also the 5 to 6 player setup. Then we'll be doing the card anatomy, turn actions, and then we'll have a little overview of different turns within the game. And then that should finalize the video. So you'll kind of figure out how the game is and if you want to back it, and also how the game plays. So we're just going to jump into the 2 to 4 player setup, and then we'll do the 5 to 6 player setup. Okay, so now we're going to look at the 2 player setup. Here on the very right, we have the challenge decks. This is the advanced challenge deck. This is the common. You're going to want to set 3 common challenges. As indicated, you're going to want to make sure you have the 2 to 4, and you're going to want to remove the 5 to 6 of the bottom right cards. You're going to want reputation, gold tokens. You're going to want your active spells, your purple, green, red, as indicated. You have player aids in the top left. You're going to want the iconography and the 2 player. Here we have the spell deck. Here's the blind date. You're going to want to grab one of the blind dates and place it face down. Then you have the player hands. This is the energy deck, and that is the setup for the 2 player. And now we're going to look at the 5 to 6 player setup. Here in the very right, we have the challenge decks, the advanced, common. We have 4 common challenges, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do have cards that are 2 to 4, you're going to want to remove all of those from the game. Here we have the reputation, the gold. We have the active spells, purple, green, red. We have the player aids with iconography, 5, 6 players. We have the spell deck, the blind date. Now you're going to want to grab the blind date and place 1 card randomly. Then we have 5 player hands, and we have the energy deck. So for the player's hand, you're going to want 7 energy cards, 3 silver challenge cards, 2 red challenge cards, and 2 spell cards. Now, during your turn, you're going to get rid of 2 of the challenge cards. The remaining cards will be your hand. Okay, so now we're going to look at the actions that you could do during the game. The first one is play energy card. Now, the first player has to play energy card. They cannot pass. Also, the player that plays after someone has obtained a treasure has to play an energy card. And the way you play an energy card is you have to make sure you look at the active spell. So you can only play energy greater than the last played energy. You can pass 10 without drawing. The energy is a 6. So you want to make sure that the card that you play is higher than a 6. Now, once the energy card is at max and no one can play another energy, then someone will be able to obtain a gold and a spell. Next, the next player will be able to play energy card of their choice, because it will be pretty much resetting. And so that's how you play energy card. Okay, the next action you can do is pass. Now what you do is obtain an energy card and put it in your hand. Now you have to make sure that you are able to do that. So you make sure you look at all the active spells and that it doesn't prevent you from obtaining an energy card. And that's the pass action. Okay, now we're going to look at how to cast a spell. There are 4 different types of spells you could cast. The red, which is single use, green, single use, blue, single use, purple, single, and permanent. Now, the way you cast a spell with the red, you replace it with either B, A, or C, and they'll indicate it on the top. And so you replace it with the active red spell with the B initial spell. You can choose to place it face up or face down. So what you do is you replace it, then you discard. The green, flip the active green spell. The next player who gets the treasure after this card is played will not draw a spell card. So the green, you flip it. The blue, choose a player, including you, who has to draw or discard one energy. So that's single use. The purple, for each other player, you choose if he draws one energy or he discards one energy at random. Permanent power, any player can play two energy of the same value. So you just replace it. And that's how you play spell cards. Okay, the next action you can do in the game is gain reputation. The way you gain reputation is you deplete all your energy in your hand. Once you deplete all the energy in your hand, you're able to obtain a reputation. And then you go back up to 7 energy cards in your hand. And that's how you obtain reputation. Okay, next we're going to look at how to complete a challenge. To complete a challenge, you just look at the information at the bottom of your challenge card. Now, you can discard 3 energy of the same value at the end of the final phase. This will give you 3 RC if completed. This one, complete at least 4 challenge cards. And then you pretty much obtain 2 RC. Or defeat the dragon. Be the first player to peek at the blind date. If someone else is first, at any moment, you can reveal this card, discard it, and draw 1 challenge card. Now, you will be able to also complete as well the challenge cards in your hand. And the first person to complete 2 challenges are allowed to peek at the blind date card. And if you are the first to complete 4 challenges, you get 2 additional RC at the end of the game. Now, there's 2 ways to look at the blind date. By completing 2 challenges or paying 1 gold to peek at the blind date at any moment of the game. And that's how you peek at the blind date. Okay, the end game occurs when someone has completed 4 challenges. Once those 4 challenges have been completed, there's 1 treasure that everyone can obtain. Once that 1 treasure is obtained, that pretty much triggers the end game. Once that end game is triggered, then each player can do and complete any challenge that they still have remaining in their hand or in the common challenge. And that ends the game. Okay, so the way the end game scoring is tallied up, 3 gold is 1 RC value, 1 reputation is 3 RC value. The challenge cards is determined on the top right, the RC value. Then there's the RC value for the blind date. And then the first player to complete 4 challenges retains the 2 RC value. And that is the end game scoring and the completion of the how to play. That completes the how to play video of the Knights of King Frea. Now, if I left anything out, I'm going to leave it in the description or in the comments section. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section. I'll get right back to you. I will have a link of the Kickstarter. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Social media is down below in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.